Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side gig. I am not quite sure if I'm on. Oh, yeah, I am on. So Brad just got on. Okay. All right. Welcome. Good to see you guys. This is a topic of interest. It came up last night. Jenny asked me actually to do a live on unconditional love, and it came up in the live last night. And so I dropped my thoughts about unconditional love, just like a sentence, and so triggered more stuff. So here we are. Is there such a thing as unconditional love? I guess when it comes to the whole love concept, right? You, if you have unconditional love, hey Jenny, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad you made it. You are here. We are praying for your dad. Okay. I'm glad you are here. I just got started, so I just got started. So the whole concept of unconditional love. I guess it depends what you consider love is in the first place. But if you have that universal idea of what love is, then I guess you have a conditioned love. If you have unconditional love, right? I mean, if you have unconditional love, then you should definitely have conditioned love as well, correct? So let's go with that. Let's say that there is such thing as unconditional, and then there is conditioned. Team Money, welcome. Jenny, thank you for sharing. So, oh boy. The whole concept of love is such a sensitive subject with some, but it's okay. And thank you for all your prayers. By the way, you saw some of you have sent me chats and texts, and I appreciate that. Thank you, and continue to do so, please. So when it comes to romantic love, okay. When it comes to romance and romantic love, I've talked about this before, and I'm a firm believer that love is not enough for a successful romantic relationship to blossom or grow, right? So, what happened? I'm sorry, I just saw something totally threw me off. So, if in a romantic love, right, in a marriage, in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, significant others, whatever you have, in a romantic relationship, love is not enough. Okay, although love, I believe that is the foundation. Like, there's no other stuff that's the foundation. The foundation starts with love. You got the love has to be there, and then you build upon love, right? But love is not enough, right? Love is definitely not enough. So when you get into let's talk about the romantic love. Let's talk about unconditional love. Like when somebody says, you gotta love me unconditionally, right? Or I love you unconditionally, like no matter what, I love you. Peter, welcome. Good to see you guys, right? And I like to challenge that. And okay, some of you are gonna question some stuff, okay? Just bear with me, just go along with me, okay? Especially some of you women out there, you get so sensitive about love, but it's funny. But so when it gets to romantic love, right? I challenge anybody who says unconditional love, right? I love you unconditionally. or you gotta love me unconditionally. Like, I have heard that before, and I've literally told that person I wouldn't. There's gonna be conditions to my love. I mean, why wouldn't there be? I'm not gonna love you unconditionally. Hell no. No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Anybody else that would is just honestly it. I mean, um, well, let's say if you would at the end of this life. Okay, let's say I and you are in a relationship, right? And a romantic relationship. And let's say that I go out and I cheat on you. And I come back, and are you gonna love me now unconditionally? Hey, it's kind of unconditional. Come on, it's one little cheat, little cheat, no big deal, right? No big deal. It's just one little cheat. Hey, you said it was unconditional, right? So the condition doesn't exist, so I can go cheat and you still love me the same, right? Right? I don't know about you. I mean, if you're that kind of a person, then you're probably a saint. I'm not. I definitely will not be that person. You go cheat on me, I'm not gonna love you that whole heck of a lot more. I ain't gonna do it. Just gonna tell you. All right. I have two major pet peeves about whom I date. Okay, like two major. Um, Both of them, 9 out of 10 girls have laughed at me when I've told them that this is my pet peeve. I'm not gonna sit there and love somebody who does that to me, like those two. I'm not into that. Like I wouldn't. I wouldn't just sit there and do that. That's no. Doesn't even go in my brain, right? Let's say, behind your back, I have a whole other job and a whole other life, right? Let's just say that. And then you find out, and it's not with what you were in line with. Come on, it's one little lie. Just one other life. No, it's supposed to be unconditional love, right? You're supposed to love me unconditionally, which means no matter the heck I do, you still will love me. Well, I don't know any human that is like that. I honestly do not know a human being that is like that. Like, no human being is like that. No human being is gonna take stuff and say, "Oh yeah, well, you know what? I love you even more now." It's like, what? It's like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's like, no. I literally have, I literally can and remember the person laughed at me when I said, no, I'm not gonna love you unconditionally. There's gonna be conditions to my love. And they're like, what? I go, yeah. Like, what does that even mean? That literally means no sense. On a human level, listen, how about if I come and burn you every day with a sig. You know, I just come in and burn you. Every morning I bring you coffee and boom. Come on, it's a little zap. It's supposed to be unconditional love, no matter what I do. Like, what? No, dude. Like, you need help or get the heck out. Right? Now, some will argue, so there's no, don't fool yourself. There's no unconditional love in romantic relationships, like, whatsoever. Like, there's just no such thing. Don't fool yourself. You're not like that. So therefore, don't ask for unconditional love, because that's like kind of, what? Like, you're gonna, I want you to love me no matter what I do, what I say, where I go, and yeah, you know, just unconditional. Just take me in all the time. It's like, what? No. Okay, so don't ask that and don't request that, right? And don't advertise that, like in a romantic love. Say, hey, listen, there's boundaries, man. Listen to me. Hey, you do this stuff, out of here. No, no bueno for me. Maybe some other guy will, okay, but not for me, right? Now, I know I'm going to touch a sensitive one here, but let's go with parental love, okay? What about parents, like moms, especially? Like I'm super close with my mom, right? Parental, mom. No matter what happens, I'm still your mom. No matter what happens, I'm still your dad. Um, I, um, I, nurtured you. I mean, all this stuff, right? And no matter what you do, I still will love you. The same. I love the same part. Like that, the same part. I love challenging that. So I love you the same, no matter what. Okay. So basically, if you're the mother of Hitler, in case you were like wondering, Hitler did have a mom, right? So if you were Hitler's mom, obviously at birth you didn't know he was Hitler, like the rest of the world knows now, right? But up to like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like this kid is normal, kind of, right? He paints. And then wham, this kid turns out to be a little bit more than a painter. Are you going to tell me that you're going to love that kid the same? You may pray for that kid if you're really into it. How can you love that kid the same? How can you be the mother of Ted Bundy, Jack the Ripper, Bin Laden? Let's go in my country. All these. How can you be the mother of these people and then advertise unconditional love? Like there's some, I mean, could you? I would really challenge that. I would challenge the definition of love in your household. If your kid turned out to be Hitler and you're like, son, you know what? I love you. Don't worry about the millions of people who are talking crap about you. They don't know anything. You're my baby. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that will fly. I don't know if that will fly. So in my opinion, and this may not be the opinion of a lot of people, but in my opinion, there is no such thing as humanly unconditional love, because we are human. We're just going to flip on a switch. We hate ourselves on a switch. We don't do something today that we were going to do. We hate ourselves, like on a switch. We put conditions on loving ourselves. Ourselves. We have conditions on loving ourselves. So how can we be so unconditional in loving others? We can definitely try. You could be really good. I'm really trying to love you, But in my opinion, if you carry that conversation that it's unconditional love, there's no such thing. You do this, I'm not going to love you the same. I'm going to be honest with you. There's going to be principles. There's going to be values. There's going to be morals. There's going to be walls. There's going to be boundaries. You can't just cross over those and say, oh, well, love me. I just like to, torture a bunch of thousands of innocent people. But hey, you're my mom. Can I have some macaroni and cheese, please? It's like, what? No. It doesn't go anymore. It doesn't fly anymore. So on the human level, there's no unconditional love. But on a heavenly level, I was going to go there. There is absolutely unconditional love. Because here's the reason why. Because in my faith, my Lord and Savior has forgiven all, like this, all is like capital, right? Like everybody who confesses their sins and says, you know what, yeah, you're actually the Son of God. Yes, you died for my sins. Okay, all those people are forgiven and loved. And here's the cool thing. Like all the ones like before him that he hung around with and, he dealt with, he did miracles for, all this stuff. Like all those people are forgiven. But the true unconditional love comes for all the ones that weren't there. I wasn't there. Like I'm pretty sure Todd wasn't there. Like Jenny wasn't there, Peter wasn't there. I know I wasn't there. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to come after me that weren't there. But all of us are loved unconditionally. Truly, no matter what. Right? Unconditionally. I mean, the disciples weren't like the cream of the crop exactly, right? He didn't pick out and say, oh, well, you have a credit score, a FICO score of 850. I'm going to take you. I don't think that's how he ran the whole disciple recruiting system. That's not how he did it, huh? He didn't pick out like the cream of the crop. Oh, you know what? You're 6'2". I like that. Come on in. Perfect credit, no tickets. I don't think he ran the crew like that. He picked out a bunch of corrupted folks out of the streets, and you're like, all right, come with me. Let's go. I would say that's kind of unconditional love. I would say no matter what, that love exists. Right? But with us, as much as we can try, I'm telling you, as much I'm going to speak for myself. As much as I can try, I don't see myself having unconditional love. I just don't. There's going to be condition to my love, or it's just not going to be the same. It's not going. Now, don't confuse this. Just say, Sean is going to go hate everybody. No. It means that my love will stop. It won't grow. It's not going to turn into hate. But unconditional love means no matter what you do, it's not going to affect the love. It's not going to hurt the love. That's what unconditional means, right? So, yeah, I was just going to say that. Even a murderer is like, you know what? You're a great candidate for discipleship. I'm going to go ahead and take you. Would you do that for your crew? Unless you're running a major, operation here, you're not going to pick that crew. That's a gangster crew. Like, that's literally when you look at, you're like, dang, that's like a gangster crew, man. That's like, you don't want to mess with this crew in the middle of in the middle of the night. He didn't pick out like all the perfect, everybody no. So I would say that's unconditional love, because we don't look for that in people. We don't go out and pick out the worst people and say, you know what, you're the worst candidate for me, so I'm going to marry you. Because you're the absolute worst candidate for me, so I'm going to go ahead and marry you. You're not going to say that. You're not. You're going to say, dude, listen, not working out. See ya. Right? So, to me, humanly, there's no such thing as unconditional love. Although, I would have to, I want to end with this. Just because you don't feel like there's going to be no unconditional love, that doesn't mean stop loving, right? When you put conditions on your own self, then the expectations are clear about other people. You're going to do that about other people as well. It's just natural, right? So maybe you start removing those conditions from yourself, start loving yourself more with less conditions, so that you can practice that with others. Hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I'm excited to go back and read them. I appreciate you guys. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love, tag a couple people, share it on your wall. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side gig. Signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.